How's it going, everybody? It's been a few days since Gen Con Online ended. It's now Thursday, August 6th, a week after Gen Con Online started. Gen Con Online was the sort of place where I loved looking for old games that I never got to play and finding them pretty cheap. So some of my online purchases from all these Gen Con sales has shown up. This is going to be the first of many packages. I think I went a little overboard, but there were so many good deals because so many online shops got involved with the whole Gen Con Online thing. Gen Con was usually packed with vendors in the exhibit hall. You could spend all 4 days in the exhibit hall doing demos and looking at everything and still not do everything in the exhibit hall. The Indianapolis Convention Center was huge. It was insanely packed with stuff to do in there. So as you can see, this was from Potomac Distribution. Let's go ahead and rip her open. Rip in the box, open, if I could find it. Go and cheat a little. Let's try this tool. I don't think that's working. What other tool can I get? I'm trying to find a tool to open my box. Ooh. I think Dr. Scissor is going to be able to do it for us. Ooh. Here you go, Dr. Scissor. The operation was a success. Ripping open the box. Pulling my thing out of the box. Ooh. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're old-time Legend of Five Rings fans, is an unopened The Battle of Beiden Pass, basic training for the armies of Rokugan. Includes 2 exclusive rare cards, Davia and the Monstrous War Machine of Fu Lang. This is a collectible card game for Legends of Five Rings. I never had one of these. Potomac Distribution had 3, it looks like, so I picked this one up immediately. Let's check the back. Complete game for 2 players. Contains 2 ready-to-play decks, 2 clan strongholds, step-by-step basic training guide, complete large format rules, 2 mighty armies clash at the crossroads of the Emerald Empire. 2 players engage in a furious battle of samurai warriors, politics and intrigue, as each seeks to found the next Imperial dynasty. I love it. I love it. L5R was one of my games. I played this for so long. I was even privileged to be part for the role-playing game, 4th edition of the playtest team for that. And then when FFG took over, I was privileged to join the initial playtest team for that role-playing game. That was fun. That helps bring out a pretty good product. Still, 4th edition is my favorite for the RPG. I'm cracking the box for the first time. I've never had one of these. This was out a little bit before my time. Oh my goodness, look at this. A letter from Togashi Yukuna, Dragon Clan champion. A message for the Dragon Clan player. Ooh, what do we got here? A letter from Hidekasada, Crab Clan champion. And these were the symbols for the different clans. Crab Clan, Dragon Clan. This game was like a pseudo-feudal Japan. So it had samurai and warriors and ninja and shugenja who were elemental priests. I'm not going to open these. I might, when we finally are able to get back together, get some friends to play this with me just to try the decks. Beautiful product. Yeah, I'm not surprised the inside is not colored, but I mean the paper quality, look how glossy and nice these are. Yeah, it walks you through everything. Battle action segments, it gives you everything you need. Map, oh, hit the camera. Map of Rokugan there. Well, a little segment of Rokugan. Nice. Then we got the rule book here, complete rules for experienced warriors. So that first one was the basic training. This one is not glossy. Okay, so it gives you a world primer here. A little bit of a narrative in the front. It walks you through what all the different factions are. Scorpion, that was my faction. Bayushi Subadai was my online handle. Yeah, it walks you through everything. This is great. And actually, for the when FFG took over, I was able to hop into the original playtest team for the core set of the LCG. Not at liberty to talk about what happened during that, but you know, I think it was a pretty good product when it first came out. They've since refined a lot of things, but you know, there's so many cards that they were putting out. The Imperial Assembly. The Imperial Assembly was like a fan subscription where they would send you newsletters with articles about story and deck design and what was coming out. And they also used to send you, back in this era, promos where they sent you promotional strongholds. They had your clan symbol on the back. They had alternate art version of cards, special borders of some cards. And they also, if you were part of the Imperial Assembly, could turn in your Koku. Each booster pack wrapper had a little symbol on the back that was one Koku. So if you saved your wrapper and you were part of the Imperial Assembly, you could turn in like 20 Koku for a particular promo card or a rare. Ooh, Emerald Edition, the Saga of Rokugan. Advertisement for that. Nice, pristine. The legend began in October 1995. So yeah, this even talks about like the very first set was Emperor Edition, and then Shadowlands was the first expansion for it. For my faction, the Scorpion, in the base set, there were only 6 factions back then. I wasn't able to play back then. I wasn't into the game then. I didn't even know about it. No one in the local area carried it for the longest time. I had to find it at like malls when we traveled around. But Emperor Edition only had one Scorpion personality in it. We didn't have a stronghold. We didn't have any other personalities. So if we wanted to play Scorpion, we had to play other faction decks and use that person. Shadowlands was the first expansion that actually, if I remember correctly, that was the expansion that introduced a Scorpion clan stronghold, and we became a playable faction then. We've been a thorn in everybody's side since then. We've had players come and go. Forbidden Knowledge. Then 96, 97, you had Anvil of Despair, Crimson and Jade, Time of the Void. So those were like the earliest sets right there. If I could find like an Emperor Edition box and a Shadowlands box, that would be amazing. I would love to be able to get my hands on those for a decent price within my budget. I'm a simple working man. Star Trek First Contact, collectible dice game. Look at that. 96, collectible dice game. What do I know that's like that now? Oh yeah, Dice Masters. And what's the Star Wars one that's out? Oh my goodness. Back in the day, leading the way. Ooh, and then Anvil of Despair. And just look at the artwork that was done for it back then. Just leading the way. Ooh, here we have the decks. They were in a little cardboard slot. I think I'm going to keep this as is. I don't think there's anything underneath. Yeah, they were just spots. I'm going to let my War Fortress of the Crab. I have a crab friend, Mike. He loves playing crab. I'm going to let him have satisfaction of opening the crab one. Instead, I'm going to open the dragon one. This will be the one that I play. Now in L5R, you have 2 decks. One Dynasty, one Fate, and then you had your Stronghold. Oh my goodness, these are monbacks. So the cards back then had the interlinking 5 rings. AEG, the company, there was rumors of a lawsuit from the Olympics Committee because they apparently had a copyright with any symbol depicting 5 interlocking rings. So they had to change the backs at one point. I think it was around Spirit Wars as an expansion. I think Spirit Wars was the first with the new backs, either that or Gold Edition. It was around that time period. But these are like the original backs. And Strongholds had that back as well. But then they made these promo versions called monbacks. And people would try to get 40 of these so they could, when they sleeved their cards, make that the back of all of their cards. So it was a good fight. This is packed fresh. That's amazing. And Strongholds were also referred to as boxes. So this is the Mountain Keep of the Dragon is the box that I'm running. Some personalities would be called box because you could buy them with just your Stronghold. And that term came about because the very first starters didn't actually have physical Strongholds. They were printed on the back of the deck box. So that was called your box. And if you could buy a personality with just your Stronghold, it was called a box personality. But, oh my goodness, monback. So I know that crab one's going to be monback. If Potomac has more of these, they're probably back to normal price. I'm probably going to have to grab some in case you all don't get them first. Just being able to handle these old cards packed fresh. Monbacks. I love it. This is amazing. The Mountain Keep of the Dragon. 5 strength. Makes 4 gold. And your starting family honor looks to be 4 as well. If your family honor ever hit -20, you lost. If you hit, I think it was 40 in family honor, you won. Province strength, you have to meet or exceed that with your armies in order to destroy a province. When you destroyed all of your opponent's provinces, you won. And gold was used to buy things. When this family loses a province, add 2 strength points permanently to all remaining provinces. That's pretty neat. So as they kill your provinces, your other provinces are harder to get. It's like they're going up the mountain. So each one becomes increasingly harder to do. And then green is going to be the fate cards. Black backs are going to be the dynasty cards. So the dynasty cards are the people and the locations. These are your main vassals and resources. These are your soldiers and your locations. Fate were the cards that, and these came in through provinces. Fate were actions that they could perform, actions you would command them to do, followers that you would assign to assist your soldiers, and items that you would gift them. It's like you could command one of your people to initiate a duel with someone else's samurai. Medium, you could assign a medium infantry, which would increase it would add its strength to your samurais. You could make sure that one of your samurai is armed with a naginata. And it comes out, and these are spells. Spells were basically prayers that your shugenja, or your priests, essentially prayed to the kami for. And kami are little spirits, little elemental spirits that reside in everything. Grain of rice, a rock on the side of the road, that tree over there, a candle flame, a basin full of water. All of them have elemental spirits or kami assigned to them. And you could call upon them to perform these spells. And then there were elemental rings. If you ever had all 5 rings in play, you won. You were enlightened. Ooh, Crystal Katana. Just looking at some of this classic artwork. Like, it's easy to see. Ooh, Ancestral Armor of the Dragon Clan. cost 8 to put out. I'm not going to go into what focus values do. That's a long conversation. It's unique, so only one in your deck and in play at a time. The Dragon Clan armor can only be attached to a Dragon Clan Samurai, obviously. This personality, or the person it's attached to, gains +2 force, +2 chi bonus for each Shugenja in this army, but it automatically gives you 1/1 anyway. So that's kind of neat. Crystal Arrow. Crystal was strong against like ghosts, spirits, and Shadowlands creatures, mainly against the Shadow. The Shadow? The Shadow Beams. Oh my goodness, can't pick up card. There we go. What do we got here? Just listen to that. Just listen to that. That nice non-matte card finish. Diamond Mine costs 7 to put out. And you can bow it or tap it to produce 5 gold. Lots of money. This is a Unicorn Clan Samurai. You could play people from out of clan, but you had to pay their full value. If they were in your clan, you could pay their full value and gain their family honor to your honor, or you could pay 2 less. But since it's Unicorn, you have to pay the full cost, and you don't get anything for that. Small farm, free to put out. Taps produce 1 gold. Events were occurrences that happened. They just resolved immediately. All personalities have their chi raised by their personal honor until the beginning of your next turn. Yatsu Psyche. Just look at this artwork. It was just beautiful. It was a great game to get into. Totori as a Ronin. Those of you who play the LCG now will recognize Akoto Totori. Toku was his main man, his best buddy. He followed him around, helped him out everywhere. 0/1, free to put out. Doesn't do anything, but you know, he's a free body on the field that you can attach things to. He allows you to put presents out there. The Dragon of Fire. Look at how much he costs to put out. He's a big old 6'4". There were snake people called Naga. The dragon had an interesting relationship with them. Then you had some locations that instead of producing gold, they produced honor for you or other effects. Alright, now we're getting some Dragon Clan people. So this guy, you could either pay 6 and gain his personal honor to your family honor, so you could pay 6 and gain 2 honor, or you could pay 2 less and not gain the honor, so you could pay 4 and not gain the honor. So you could see your stronghold makes 4. So this would be what's known as a box personality. Then you had versatile holdings. So this was 4 to put out, a little bit expensive since it only makes 2 for you. Or you could tap it to bow this card and pay 2 to gain 2 honors. So it gave you options. Miramoto Daini. Miramoto Taki. And the family name always came first. That's why you're seeing a lot of Miramoto. Miramoto, Miramoto. So their personal name was the second. Daini, Taki. Go Master. Daria. Unaligned Samurai, unique cavalry to Totori's army. And I'm not going to go into the full history of Rokugan, especially with classic L5R, because there's just so much. It was around for 20 years before it was sold to FFG, and then FFG kind of like hit the reset clock. But yeah, 4/5. This guy was amazing. Bow for a range 3 attack. You would only do that if you were losing anyway, and that range 3 would save you, or if you had a way to unbow him, or move him home to save him from the battle. Morito Tokai. Miramoto Hitomi. Oh, they got a crane person in here. So it looks like they give you a good mix of things just so you can see the other factions. So odds are there's probably going to be a scorpion person in the crab one, because I don't see a scorpion one in this. It looks like they wanted to hit on all the different factions that were around at the time. That was I'm glad I picked this up. I'm really glad I picked this up. We got it pretty cheap. It's part of a sale that Potomac Distribution did. And again, I'm going to save this crab deck for my buddy Mike. I might even, this weekend, I kind of want to read these letters. But no, I'm going to wait until I can actually play in person. Well, I'm going to at least read the dragon one. Let's see what we got here. Brother Dragon, I know that you had not expected to fight under the Rodin Totori, but trust me that everything is as it must be. While he is masterless now, Totori was the greatest general in the Empire when he led the lion armies. You will need all of his wisdom and the strength of the dragon to drive the crab armies from Beiden Pass. Since the crab already have samurai in the pass, you will want to purchase more holdings in order to pay the heavy price of war. I am told that Shinjo Yokatsu has sent unicorn samurai to aid us in this conflict. If you have the opportunity, ally with the Unicorn Clan. The speed of the Unicorn's cavalry and our own mounted men will be your biggest advantage when attacking the enemy. His forces are mighty and outnumber your own. But if you attack him where he is weak, even the crab army can be defeated. The Tao of Shinsei says, when your numbers are superior, you must attack without pause. But when you are outnumbered, you must choose your opportunities carefully to find advantage. Eventually, the crab will attack you as they always do. They know that the Emperor favors our side in this conflict, and they cannot afford to let his countenance tilt the battle to our favor. Know that they are coming and prepare your surprises. Our ranged attacks can kill many before the battle begins, and the skill of our samurai and the Jujitsu duel are unmatched in Rokugan. Our Shugenja wizards will also give as much needed support with the powerful elemental magics. Using the 5 elements to your advantage will bring you victory on this day. The crab knows strength, but not what to do with it. In the storm of events that engulfs our empire, it is the willow flowing with the wind that will survive, and the mighty oak that fights against the wind that must fall. If you can hold your position in the pass, soon the Emperor's favor will give you the advantage. If you maintain this position and act with the honor of a dragon, then the Emperor will see the truth of our claim to the pass. Our honor can be a force more powerful than crab steel. For the coward there is no life. For the hero there is no death. Togashi Yokuni. Order the cards. In order to replay the basic training game correctly, oh, awesome. So they give you a step-by-step how to put everything in the decks to reset and retry and relearn. Awesome. So these would be great demo decks. Nice. Love it. And you can just see how much flavor was in the game. Most products gave you some inkling of what was going on. They released regular fictions. Just to let you know how the story was progressing. The tournaments influenced things. The winner got to make choices that changed future sets and the layout of how the story played. That's why everyone was excited when they came out with the role-playing game, because they figured that would be another avenue. And eventually they did start incorporating what was happening in the role-playing games. They came out with costume competitions. They did everything they could to draw in the fan support, the love of the fans for their factions. Huge event called Race for the Throne, where the winning faction, over like a year and a half of events, would determine which faction would take the throne. Someone from one of the 9 clans would take the throne. It wound up being Dragon, the Scorpion, was a very close second. Very close. There was a lot of contention around that. But, you know, who cares about the contention of who actually won? It was an amazing time. There were poetry competitions for haiku, costume competitions, food drive donation competitions. There were personality send-ins, whichever faction sent in the most of a particular personality card. So you had to organize with people around the world to, like, coordinatedly buy out online websites, go to conventions and events, local game stores, you know, dumpster diving. I was dumpster diving at Gen Con one time because everybody who was there was going to get like 10 packs or a booster box of a particular set for this one event. So me and several other Scorpions were like, well, you have to figure there's 10 of those common personality cards in every booster box. If everyone's cracking those booster boxes there at Gen Con, why not just dumpster dive or ask for people those cards and turn them in? Because you have to assume there's going to be like 100-some people at the main event. Each one gets a booster box. There's 10 of each personality in that. That's over 1,000 of that personality. And I think that time we wound up turning in like 2,000. We blew second place away on that particular send-in. But there was, just coordinating with people around the world to do some of these events was amazing. And that's what L5R was. It was an amazing game, great storyline that the players got to influence, and it was a worldwide community. I still have people now. I haven't played L5R for quite some time because I went more behind the scenes with play testing and whatnot. But I still talk with people that I played L5R with, still friends from all over the world. I used to joke, Amazing Race. If I went into Amazing Race, all I would need is a cell phone. In most any country we landed, I could probably get up with a Scorpion player who could take us around to wherever we needed to go. Good times. But this was amazing. I hope you guys had fun looking at the Battle of Beiden Pass. I hope this gives you the courage to go out and explore the old L5R game. I bought up a bunch of $10 booster boxes from sets that came out a few years before the game ended with AEG. There were a lot of websites that had them on discount. I've managed to find this old box set. I never had a copy of this. I'm glad I got a brand new, pristine one. Keep in my collection. Thank you, Potomac Distribution, for having some of these. If they have any more this weekend, I'm probably going to grab one more just to keep sealed. But this was enjoyable for me. This was great. I hope you all had fun. Go out there, explore your hobbies, have fun with them. Don't be afraid to try new things. Definitely look at L5R if you haven't before, but you're interested in a game with a rich, in-depth storyline. It's a little bit on the complicated side compared to other card games, but yeah, definitely had fun with it. This is amazing. Enjoy your hobbies. Be safe while doing it. And as always, during this whole COVID situation, you all stay safe. Until next time.